Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today we're doing something a little different. We're going to be taking a look at New World. Now, this is an MMO that I've had my eye on for a little bit. I've not really looked too deeply into it. It is made by Amazon Games, which, you know, they also made Crucible, which was that one game that came out and then went right back into beta. You know, it was pushed right back into beta, so I don't know, my excitement for this game was at a bit of a low when I first saw what happened with Crucible. A lot of people talked about it being quite soulless and, you know, just feeling like it didn't really have much to it, which didn't look great for New World, but I've picked it up anyway, and we're going to be giving the test build a go. I'm going to go through, we're going to look at character customization, the different classes. I'm going to try and show off as much of this game as I can and give it, you know, I'll get like a full opinion of it by the end. So I'm going to put out a lot of videos on this game. We'll still be doing arcade stuff. And if you do want to watch me play this, you can also catch me on Twitch. I think I'll be playing this every Friday and Saturday over there. So feel free to come on over and discuss it in the Discord, which we also have. Alright, so let's actually get into this and we'll see what this is all about. Okay, before you play... Oh, I have to agree to the code of conduct. Protect the community, play fair, respect each other. I can do 2 out of the 3. Okay, US East, that's not me. I am EU Central. There we go. That was actually aren't as populated as I thought they'd be. They're all like medium. They were very much ready for this, which is surprising. So, there appears to be several different worlds, and they all look different. So, I don't know what we're actually getting into here. Let's find out. We'll start off with the Braided Hills, I suppose. Play on Breakaway Braided Hills. Braided Hills. You can only have one character on the Braided Hills world group. If you ever want to play on a different Braided Hills world, you need to delete your character. Okay, I think this might just be for... I got a little confused by this. I thought at first these were like different starting zones or something. I don't know what was going on. They had different like pictures and stuff. So I was just like, maybe these are different starting zones, but they're all the same. They're just different servers. So you just pick one in your region and then hop on in. And then we get the opening cutscene, which I'll shut up for the most part. This is really cool.
Tell me, have you witnessed their power? I have. We've all heard the legends. Every child has heard the legends of the curse.
Oh, the Maelstrom.
The stories
I play well.
of ships vanishing without a trace. How many have been lost over the years? Dismissed as fantasy. The nobles, the church. They all knew the truth. Something out there was growing. Something terrible.
Ooh.
The threat grows once more as the bourgeoisie slumber. Your ship is stocked and your crew assembled. We can pretend no longer. Left unchecked, the veil will surely fall, and all will be lost to madness and ruin. This corruption must be stopped.
Okay, this is a really cool intro. Yeah, and the cutscene looked really, really nice. I think this is in-game rendered right here. This looks like it is. It looks really nice. When we get to character customization, now I was a little disappointed by this, to be honest. I thought there would have been a lot more. I don't know if there's going to be more in the full build, but as you can see here, there's a few selections of faces that you can go through. There's different skin tones, and there's different hairstyles and facial hair. There's no sliders. You're not getting the slider. I know you know what slider I'm talking about. You're not getting it. It's not in this game. Not yet, at least, you know, so pester them on Twitter or something, whatever you want to do. But yeah, we have a ton of hairstyles here, and there's a lot of them going on. There's several different bald ones, some dreadlocks, and then there's a variety of female hairstyles as well. So all of these hairstyles are actually gender neutral, so you can actually also have all these hairstyles as a female as well. Not only that, but as a female, you can also have a beard if you like. And there is a fine selection of beards here that you can see. I tend to make my characters and MMOs look as close to me as I can. So that's, I don't know if that's just a me thing. I don't really like making female characters personally. I just like my characters to look as close to me as I can get. But yeah, let's show off some of the female beards. As you can see, if you really want one, you can do. But yeah, we're just going to switch on over to what I had there. We've got a nice little scar over our eye. Throw that black hairstyle on, and then give myself a nice black beard as well. There we go, and Xana's not available. Zanrise is not available either on this server. You can have spaces in your name as well. Apparently that isn't available either. Okay, well, you know what? I'm gonna go... No, I'm not gonna do Zanrise. We're gonna go with an old classic. We'll go with Steve LeBronc. Private Eye. Once that's confirmed, it actually cuts right to another cutscene. It would have been cool if that would have been the opener of the game right there, because it's all in-game rendered. If it would have just zoomed out and you were just in the game, that would have been cool. But then we have this big kraken coming out of the water to murder us or something. Games love to open with, you know, being on a ship and being in a shipwreck. I don't know what it is. I think Final Fantasy did it as well. I mean, Monster Hunter, there's a lot of games that do it. I was trying to think of specifically MMOs. But it's a very big trope. Anyway, it takes a second to load on in here. And once we load on in, got a little glimpse of it then. Everything takes a second or two to load in. My PC is not the best, so everything is currently on low quality. So it will probably look a lot better on your machine. I'm running a 970 as my graphics card, which is the recommended, but I do have to run this on low while I'm recording at least. But yeah, we move with WASD. The camera you just spin around and you can look wherever you want. And then we got this guy. Oh, and this is where it teaches us the combat. So draw our weapon X, block with right click, attack with left click, space to dodge, and you can hold left click for a heavy attack, which is very cool. Then we talk to Thorpe over here, and then he dies. A very Path of Exile opening. Just this opening, it reminds me of Path of Exile, just a ton. And now this is our inventory, so what we can do here is we can drag the shield over, or double click. So we now have a shield equipped, and we've also equipped some rations, which are how we heal. So we can eat those on the go. So this is the inventory system. This is how it works. We have all our pieces of clothing over here. Hat, shirt, gloves, boots and pants. You also have a necklace, a ring, something else at level 20 that I don't know just yet. I've not got to that point, and there's free bag slots as well. And then you can also unlock different weapons to equip at once. So you can have 3 weapons on you at once at level 30. But you do need to unlock that over time, and then you can switch them on the fly. So, as you can see, we had a little snack there, and that gave us a little health regen buff. Use shift to sprint, and the combat is all action orientated. So it feels, I hesitate to call it Dark Souls, but it, you know, it's your standard. You got your light attack, your heavy attack, your block and your dodge. And all the enemies have attack patterns. So I mean, I'm not going to call it Dark Souls, because, you know, I feel like that's a bit of an overused term for games. But it is a very fun action-oriented combat system. There are like staggers and different abilities they use. Like sometimes you can't actually, like they will stagger you and knock you out of an attack and stuff. But these guys are very, very easy to deal with. They don't even really deal damage, so I don't really have to dodge here. But you can do. You can like just roll about. There you go. See, he was glowing white for a second, so you can't really interrupt that attack. And I think he also, if you have a shield, he can break your guard with that as well. So you can also crouch, which apparently hides the visibility. You can prone as well, so your name visibility will disappear. I guess that's really useful in PvP. I'm not entirely sure. And we have this guy here where we can break his guard. I don't quite get it off here, but what should happen is his guard should break, and you get a nice satisfying sound. Alright, and now we've leveled up the straight sword. So how this game works is there isn't really classes. You level up weapon skills, and then each weapon can have 3 abilities at once. So right now we get to choose our first. So there's 2 little trees we can go down. We can go down the sword tree or the shield tree. Now the shield gives you a stun, so you can bash them with the shield, get a 2-second stun, or we can do a spin with the sword. So one's more of a tank, one's more of a DPS. I'm going to go with the sword for now. Again, I'll probably do another video showing off all the different weapon masteries and all the different weapons that are available right now. Not all of them are in the game currently. So there you go, there's the spin. That's very fun to use. And then auto run is on equals for some reason and not an unlock, which I may just change because I don't like that. It's got to be on unlock for me. But yeah, and then we head on all the way up here to higher ground. And that's like our little intro to the game. I think it's a really cool intro. It introduces all the mechanics really well. There's still a lot more to learn. It does introduce you to the rest of that after this. But this is the initial introduction. So now we actually head on down into the grotto. And this is where we get our first sort of boss-like fight. I've not really fought a boss after this. Again, I've only played up to level 15, I think, so far. But I've never experienced anything as cool as this. So there's the captain, he's back. But now he's a demon. And this is very Dark Souls, I'm not gonna lie, his sword lights on fire. And he has some moves. He does jump at you. You can actually block most of his attacks, but he does put like a fire dot on you. But it's probably more worth to just block him than trying to dodge around, because he doesn't do much damage at all. Which is a bit strange considering how intimidating he actually is. I think one cool thing would be if this fight right here was actually difficult and you could lose the fight, because with the way this fight ends, I think it'd be cooler if you were meant to lose the fight, but you could, you know, you could beat him if you were skilled. I think that would have been a better way to approach this. I know you don't want to scare new players off right away, but I think that would be a cool thing to do. So yeah, I'm just wailing away on him here. And there we go. And he blasts us like that, and we're dead. We're not dead, but that's how that fight ends. That's why I think it would be cool if you know, were meant to lose, or there was a chance that you could win. I don't know if it'd end any differently, but, you know, just reward the player. Make them feel accomplished. I mean, I'm sure you could add a different cutscene for a way to, you know, enter the actual world. Because now is where we actually come into the actual world. So we'll start to see some players now, because that whole place was like a phased instance that we were going through for the intro. And now we appear in the actual world, which is where they teach us the crafting. We get to do a bit more combat and stuff. But I think I'm going to leave it there for now. And I'm going to come back, and in the next video, I'll take a look at all the different weapons that are available in the preview. We're going to look at all the masteries. I might even do a video just dedicated to crafting as well, because there is a lot in this game to cover. I don't know how much you guys want to see. If there's any things you do want to see, feel free to suggest below, and I'll look into it. Here is where we get our first level. So, real briefly, let's go over the way you level up in this game. So, this is more, again, more like Dark Souls, and you level up individual stats. So we have strength, which is most melee weapons, dexterity, which is all ranged weapons and some melee weapons. So it will later down the line, you know, affect your short sword or whatever you're using. You have intelligence for magic attack, focus for mana regen and ability cooldown, and then constitution for max health. And that is how the classes work in this game. You actually focus on stats and weapon masteries. So I'm probably going to mess around with this a lot more. And then I'll do a video on all the different types of weapons and different types of classes that you could potentially go. So, yeah, again, let me know what you want to see. I'll try and cover as much as I can on this game while I've got it for like a week or so. And, yeah, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, all that stuff. If you want to see some raw gameplay, you can catch me over on Twitch, where I'll be probably playing a lot more of it over there. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.